Rock and roll certainly likes their frontmen, and when on top of his game, Scott Weiland might be one of the best. The group tapped STP fan and Linkin Park vocalist Chester Bennington as their new frontman after they fired Scott Weiland, who planned solo shows commemorating key releases without STP. Bennington, better known from his band Linkin Park, is currently touring with STP as vocalist, and last night in the newly reopened Starland Ballroom in New Jersey, he made everyone in the crowd recall the magic of the musical force that is Stone Temple Pilots. Bennington, a noted STP fan from when he was younger, filled in admirably, and the crowd was riveted, many times breaking out into enthusiastic choruses of STP chants. Not only that, the new pairing has an actual new music hit with the single Out of Time, and a full recording of music titled High Rise is set to hit retail outlets October 8th. The group made a triumphant return to the tri-state area, playing and reopening Starland Ballroom in New Jersey last night, September 6th, after it was damaged in Superstorm Sandy last year. For New Jersey brothers Robert and Dean Deleo, it's a homecoming of sorts, and Dean said that he's proud to be the first performers to open the venue after damage suffered from the hurricane last October.
You know, although I've been in California for, 25 years, I guess, 27 years, this is what's in my bones, And my cousins grew up right up the street. Sayreville. One of my fond, wildest memories was my Uncle Bob, who was the youngest of four, three boys and a girl. My mom was the only girl. Pretty amazing family. I remember one Easter we went up to Uncle Bob and Aunt Jackie's house, and my uncle got like 20-some white rabbits to run around the backyard when we were kids. This was like right up the street. Yeah, it was like, and it was just like that kind of Jersey family thing. Cutting up watermelon and burgers on the grill, and so I have fond memories of Sayreville, and of course growing up down in Point Pleasant, man, this place is in my bones.
Fans of the band will rejoice in the fact there are deep cuts on the set list, and some of those who just want all hits might wonder where some of the biggest songs went. Dean and Chester talked about choosing their set list.
There was only a couple of songs, but I think I spoke up first. Where I was like, I don't know if I'm really feeling the lyrical content of this. Mm-hmm. Life is in a much different place nowadays, and I don't know if I was just feeling a couple things lyrically.
Yeah. It's funny because to me they're just really great songs. I'm like, oh, I love this song. I like it for the melody. I never even really cared about the words because I've always been a melody person. I usually get the words wrong on the songs that I like. I'm focused primarily on the feeling of the song and of the melody. And so for me, it was just like, yeah, let's do this. And it's true, though. There are certain songs that kind of feel like they just belong in the past.
So while going through the STP catalog, were there songs that seemed to work better for Chester or fit better than others?
Scott has a much lower range than I do. I have a higher pitch voice. So I kind of had to train myself to hit some of the songs in the lower register a little bit. So the first week of rehearsals, my voice was kind of like getting tired and hoarse and all these weird things were going on. Because I was using it in a much different way than I had ever used it before. And so, but when we did pick the songs, we wanted to pick songs that were, one, in my register, and two, that kind of, I felt like when I put the set list together, I felt like these are the songs that I would want to hear if I was coming to the STP show. I know that there's a lot of songs that they have never played or played a long time ago, very few times. And obviously still do a lot of the songs that people are familiar with, the hits and all that kind of stuff. So it was actually a pretty easy process to figure out which songs we want to do.
Tune back as we'll have more from Dean and Chester talking about the split with Scott Weiland, the pressure of replacing him, and the collaborative spirit that STP has now with the forthcoming release of High Rise.